beautiful people. You're welcome to BAM Updates. This is the platform where we talk about Ghana descent artists and entertainers in the diaspora. Our music industry in Ghana is growing, and it's amazing the wonderful work you have been doing. But there's one thing that we want to focus on, and that is our decent artists and entertainers in the diaspora. We feel like this is the time for us to focus on them and know the artists that are coming who are already on the mainstream, so we can bring all of us together to bridge the gap. This is BAM Updates. My name is Mr. Breezy. Today we have on our show a very wonderful gentleman, and I would like him to say a little bit about himself.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. So, my name is Kennedy William McCaverson. You know, I'm called Ken Koga, though. So, Ken Koga or Ken the Billionaire. And it's a pleasure to see you today. Thank you for the opportunity, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Ken Koga, what is our current situation when it comes to entertainment with the diaspora or the artists and entertainers in the diaspora?
Yeah, Breezy, you know, as a matter of fact, there is a huge gap between the entertainers and the artists who are in the diaspora and that of those in the motherland, that is Ghana, okay? So currently we do not have any platform or any organization that gives the Ghanaians a platform to have a knowledge about these artists who are in the diaspora, these entertainers who are in the diaspora. And we thank God so much that BAM Updates is here to bring the solution. Okay, so many Ghanaians have no knowledge about the artists who are in the diaspora. They have no knowledge about any entertainers in the diaspora. And I believe that these artists and these entertainers who are in the diaspora always want to have a fan base here in the country, here in Ghana. So having a fan base here in Ghana would really help their project, would really help them to send the right message across. And for the people of Ghana also knowing that, hey, our brothers and sisters are doing so good, they're doing so beautifully well there, would also, you know, make them to have a very good relationship and a very good interaction with them. So let us look up to that. And I think that is a major problem. And we thank God BAM Updates is alive to bring the solution to this problem.
Thank you very much for acknowledging BAM Updates for this very one. I know we have so many artists and entertainers in the diaspora who are Ghana descent. So I'm very, very sure that this is the time for us to, you know, review their works and their projects. And in order for Ghanaians to have the love and the support that, you know, we feel necessary, you know, that they do. So it is important for us right now to talk about them. And that is exactly what you said. All right. I would like to ask you another question. How can Ghana benefit from our decent artists and entertainers in the diaspora?
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother, for this wonderful question. In connection to the SDGs we have, you know, recently the president even spoke about how we've not been able to eradicate poverty, and the poverty rate is still high. So in every collaboration, there is a tendency for a means of employment. Now, when there are collaborations with these diasporas, they would come to the country and showcase our culture, our food, our way of communication, our dance, our people, you know, our lifestyle. And in all these things, there will be videos, music videos would come up, and that would need a skilled expertise. That would need the logistics of the people to go to and fro. That would need the skilled personnel who will be taking the kind of videographies and the photographies which are needful. The artists, collaborating, having parties, having some kind of get together, some kind of socialization whereby people could, so make money out of that. Now, by so doing, we are helping to reduce the number of poverty or the poverty rate in the country. So let us look at things from this angle as well. Breezy, the Ghana music industry also needs to step up their game. And then to be a music industry which should compete, we have to be open to ideas. We have to be open to new skills. We have to be open to new view and how we view things differently. When these diasporas come on board, they would be able to share up their experiences, what works for them, what works in foreign industries. Just like in Americas, the music industry is contributing a whole lot to their GDP. It's contributing a whole lot to the American coffers, the growth of the American economy. So in regards to that means that there's a huge opportunity for the government of Ghana to also boost the economy by focusing on the creatives, by focusing on the music industry as well. So the point is, like, knowledge and wisdom can never be accumulated by one person. That is why we have to be open-minded and open our heart and our mind to be receptive enough for any knowledge, any idea, any skill that would make our industry a global industry to dominate. So by so doing, I think there would be reforms in the industry. There will be policies, there would be structures, there will be standards, even in video. In the videos, there will be standards in the kind of music, there will be standards in the rhythm, the branding, the packaging. We always say music is a food for the soul. And how best you're able to polish that food for the soul will make it appetizing. Like we all love good food. So since we love good food and since we love good music, I think that when we're able to open up our mind and we are receptive enough to these ideas, we'd rather boost the system, make the system better, and boost the economy. So Ghana would benefit strongly because this would be an opportunity for the tourism industry to also, achieve their goals. The Ghana Beyond Aid and Ghana, all these initiatives that the government is trying to bring across will be able to really come on board when we're able to showcase Ghana and the culture, the people, the lifestyle, the food, the drums, the clothes, everything Ghana. People would love that. And music and art is one of the greatest means of doing that and selling ourselves to the world. It's all about advertisement. So we should look up to that, and that would really help all of us to make things great.
I think you just said it right. The artists and entertainers we have in the diaspora, they are doing great. Most of them are doing wonderful things. And I believe that they do have something better they would like to share with Ghanaian artists. And of course, it's going to create, a lot of benefits for Ghana people, especially our tourism. You talked about our tourism sector, and I believe that, of course, their visits and their collaborations with other artists here in Ghana, even the mainstream artists, is going to benefit. It's going to bring a lot of, love and togetherness, unity, and everything is going to be okay. I believe that as time goes on, they're going to learn from each other and make Ghana, the best platform ever for music industry and entertainment, even in the whole world. So, of course, I believe what you said is very right. Now, let's get back to our own people. Do you believe that these artists and entertainers in the diaspora are also going to benefit something from Ghana?
Yeah, Breezy. It should be a win-win game, okay? The Ghanaian descent entertainers look to send their messages across. And, nothing is so great than to have a huge fan base from your own land. When Steve Harvey came around to Ghana and proceeded to South Africa for, his program, he spoke a whole lot about Africa and Ghana, that he was feeling free in Ghana, and people knew him, and the relationship with the Ghanaians that he had was amazing, bro. So let us look at these people. When they have a huge fan base in the motherland, it really helps them sell their message properly. And because the motherland has always been a place of ancestry, a place of history, any message which has been brought forth across will proceed through generations upon generations. And I would like to cite up a very simple example for you to understand, and for our viewers to also understand how best these entertainers who are in the diaspora could benefit from such a collaboration with the motherland. Now, for some weeks now, I've been listening to a great woman, Zakisha Brown. Bro, Zakisha has a very different message she's bringing across. The message is all about the African people, having a change of mindset, the African people taking responsibility, the African people recognizing the power we have, the African people coming to a state whereby we recognize that, hey, we have the power to become whoever and whatever we want to become. One of her lines that she used, that is one of her songs, I think, Own. She says something like, why don't you profit on the profits of our property? Like, who even thinks about that in Ghana here? Many people don't even think about that because there's a high financial illiteracy rate here in the country. So listening to such music from such a person is an awakening to all of us that, hey, you have to get in properties, profit on that properties, then profit on the profits of your properties. So it's kind of a link, and this is so deep.
Many people relax on
yeah, we are Africa, and Ghanaians are used to mediocrity, but it's about time we awaken our senses, and we might not fully awaken ourselves until these African Americans or until these Ghanaian descent who are entertainers in the diaspora would start this awakening agenda. That is one. So I feel that apart from the monetary aspect, apart from the stardom, apart from the popularity, apart from the fan base that they are growing in the country, and then the money and then the financial strength that they would add up, they will still send up wonderful messages across, which will go down to generations of time. Because this knowledge from Zakisha Brown, I would definitely impact that into my kids. So shout out to Zakisha Brown, wherever you are. I say you have a very great fan here in Ghana. I really love her so much. I love her music. I love whatever she's doing. Shout out to Zakisha Brown. So I entreat all your audience, or all the audience, to be able to search for Zakisha Brown and listen to all of her songs because she's doing so good. Another great woman is also Queen Efua. Queen Efua is also a great woman who have written a couple of books, and that is a female awakening, and that's of the energies that we need to know about, the feminine energies and that of the masculine energies, and how women, collaboration with herbs, how we can really, treat our body, have a very good state of mindset by meditation and a whole lot of things. All these informations, all these awakening are not in the books here in Ghana. But when people like these great people spread such message, they start bringing up lights in us, and this light will always connect to one another and will spread forth onto generations. So that is what I feel they would gain from these things, my brother. Yeah, thank you, my brother, for that.
Oh, Ken, we have seen a couple of artists in the diaspora coming down to Ghana to collaborate with the artists we have here in Ghana. So far, how do you see these experiences?
So, Breezy, I'll speak about a couple of experiences that I've been able to witness, First of all, let me just focus on Stormzy. Stormzy came all the way from UK, and he collaborated with Yao Tog from Comerica. So I say shout out to all my Comerican guys. I say we love you, Ken Koga loves you all. On the Sorry remix, look at the massive turnout. Kwesi Arthur also pulled up. It was so massive, man. You see, Kwesi Arthur already has his audience. Stormzy had his own audience. Yao Tog had his own audience. When they collaborated, you see how everyone's audience also skyrocketed. It was so great, man. And that was Africa for you. And then the remix, was the first on many of the top charts we know in the country, and even globally. So another great man is Kofi Deshawn. Kofi Deshawn is a great. I say shout out to Kofi Deshawn. You're doing so good. He's a king. He's a king. You have been doing so good. I've been following your works for quite a long time, and Kofi Deshawn I've been helping these Ghanaian young artists who are here in Ghana, and that's strange. Who does that? So Kofi Deshawn does that, and that is why that action alone is a big thing for us, and many attention have not been focused on that. So I think it has always been a wonderful experience. It has always been a great experience. It has been an inspiring one. It has been a challenge one for us to also take the mantle to move. Like something like what Kofi Deshawn is doing is a challenge to all of us to take up the mantle, to invest, to do more, to invest into our young artists and everything like that. It's like always a collaboration. There should be a collaboration between both ends. And for me, the experience I've seen so far is so positive and it's so massive. And I think collaborating with these Ghanaian descent diasporas who are all across the globe, collaboration with them would help all of us make up a better place, and then the music industry would be revamped again, and then we shall all make it so big. That is what I'm looking out for. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, you said it all. It's very interesting how the artists and entertainers in the diaspora are doing great, even though currently BAM Updates is the only platform focusing on these people. We do not have any platform in Ghana where they talk or they focus mainly or solely on the artists and entertainers we have in the diaspora who are Ghana descent. So it is a great privilege for all of us to come together as people to support this project and also support our artists here in Ghana and also those in the diaspora, especially in order for us to, come out with stronger bond and, stronger idea and share the common goal that we want to have. As me personally working in an industry of blaster DJs worldwide, I had a couple of experiences where I realized that, look, we still have the chance to talk about the artists we have in the diaspora. So the artists and entertainers we have in the diaspora are very, very important as well. And we need to bring them in order for us to have a stronger, message to send to the world. Okay, Ken Koga, we've seen how far we've come as an industry, and we are growing, and we want to do it better, all right? And so I would like to know, how do we now, collaborate with them and make it more successful relationship for both ends? Because we've seen how far we've come when it comes to the benefits, to them and also to Ghana. And we have shared our views on the experiences so far. So what do you think that we can do best in order to make this more successful?
Okay, my brother, Breezy, one fact is the people here in Ghana, the motherland, need to have more access, easy access to the songs, the projects, the lyrics of these our brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora. So avenues like BAM Updates is available to bridge the gap. I believe BAM Update also gives the platform that its audience also have access to this good music that these artists who are in the diaspora have been able to create or have been able to make. So people like there should be a collaboration, and in any project, it comes with the people, it comes with the DJs, it comes with the producers, it comes with the people who head or spearhead the marketing, the radio stations, the TV stations, how we can be able to enter. So people like Black Rasta, people like Andy Dusty, they also project these good songs on their platforms. So I see to it like many people in the diaspora might not really have that kind of networks or connections or the intel to really get on board. And that is why I believe that when they link up with BAM Updates, they could be able to really get on board, and the team with Breezy Airdrop Media could help them to get on board in relation to sending their musics across and building their fan base, and featuring other musicians who are also here in the country. So how does it happen? Now, there should be a network. There should be teamwork, collaborations between teams. Now, if you have no team here in Ghana, as I said earlier on, Breezy Airdrop Media has a wonderful team to help them to be able to have features and collaborations with the Ghanaian musicians here, and that's of those who are already in the industry, like the radio stations, the TV stations, and propagating their songs. So we can look up to that. Secondly, is all about the support that the people here in Ghana need to give them who are outside, and the support they would only support when they have access to your songs, when they have access to your lyrics, so that when they have understanding to the context or the content you are putting on board, and that would better help us to make these things a reality. So there should be a free flow of information. There should be a system whereby people can easily access certain things that which will help them to propel in the music industry. So let us look up to that, and then I think things will really work out for both sides, and that is how best we can really come.
I really love the part where you talked about the radio stations and the DJs. I feel that the way we can also collaborate with these artists and entertainers in the diaspora is by projecting their works outside there. I think they have solid platform. Most of them are on Spotify, on Apple Music, all the streaming platforms that you can find. And then also, they are also on social media platforms. So I think Ghanaians should begin to, like you said, have open mind, okay, to receive them, so that they can have a free flow of information, like you rightly put it. That way, they'll be able to access their music, play it, enjoy it. And it also comes down to the kind of content they put out there. So we on BAM Updates, we pray and we support our artists and entertainers in the diaspora that they should continue to put out great messages through their songs and whatever they do out there, so that people can feel, when they listen to their songs. And that will bring a whole lot of benefit and, a great success into our music industry in Ghana. Now, the music industry in Ghana is growing, and many people want to be part of it. As a matter of fact, bro, some people in Nigeria, in other parts of Ghana, Africa, they wish to be Ghanaians. Do you know why? It's because of our moves, our dance, and what? And our music. You understand? So many people want to be part of this blessing. So they are fortunate enough. So we really plead with them to, come out with good content, and come out with good music, so that we can all enjoy them and propagate, the agenda. Don't forget to also visit our website www.breezyairdropmedia.com. Thank you very much for being with us. Before we wrap up, we have our final words. Ken, what's your final words to the artists and entertainers in the diaspora and also Ghanaians, all Ghanaians together?
First of all, I would entreat all Ghanaians to subscribe to your channel, to subscribe to the channel, and also to share the channel, because the channel gives the platform whereby the Ghanaians could have access to many of these songs and many of these projects that the African diasporas are engaging in. So I will entreat all Ghanaians to follow the Breezy Airdrop Media page or the BAM Updates page in all social media platforms, and they would have access to these songs. I also entreat every artist who is in the diaspora to reach out to Breezy Airdrop Media, and then communicate and send forth your project, your songs, anything you've been engaging in with a channel, and then they would also get it on board. I also entreat the DJs, the producers, everybody in the music industry, that they should also look up to play most of these songs, the songs that have been created by the diasporas who are of Ghana descent, so that many Ghanaians will also have access to this quality and good music. And we should mostly focus on the message than just the rhythm or whatever. When you focus on them and then the music, and focus on the music and then the message they are bringing across, it will better help all of us to make these a reality. So I entreat everybody to take inspiration from what Breezy Airdrop Media has begun. BAM Updates has done so well. I say kudos to your team. Kudos to all the team members in the Breezy Airdrop Media production, and that of the team members who are hosting this wonderful project, the BAM Update. And I know that in as much as we collaborate and we send these informations easily and freely, and we receive our brothers and sisters when they visit Ghana, everything would work out. Everything will work up in place. The spirit of the Africans will once again rise, and people will take charge for their own purpose or for their own actions. I know that when we do these things, it will better help all of us to be on a safer place.
Thank you very much for being with us, and we are very grateful for all of you. And we know that whatever we've talked here, we are all going to apply it and begin to search for our people in the diaspora. Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora are doing great when it comes to music and entertainment, and we have to pay attention to them. And that is exactly what we discussed today. So we thank you, Ken Koga, for being part of our show today. Our next episode, we're going to talk about the playlist, where we introduce to you most of the artists that we have come in contact with, and their songs and the wonderful ways that they have been doing. And this will be on BAM Update. This is BAM Update. My name is Mr. Breezy. We out.